Good morning, my friends. This beautiful day, this beautiful week that we had the last week, it was very interesting what the market did. Go up, go down, and make some traps. And going forward, we had the CPI, we had the PPI, we had a lot of emotions and volatility. That's good to the market, and that's good that we can answer it. What is happening to going forward? In the video today, yes, I'm gonna talk about what's happened the last week. The IWM, it looks like he was the king the last week, and we're gonna see why. But most important to that, I'm gonna talk a little more about that. What is the way that I do in trading? I put here this channel is the Walls Trading, high volatility tickets, and I'm gonna talk a little more about what it means the high volatility tickets. My name is Jorge. I'm not a professional advisor. Just I doing this video for fun. If the people want to learn it for them, is good. Go forward now. Like every weekend, I always start with a little thinking, thinking. Something that I think and something that I guess everybody we can get advantage for some stuff. My thing for this week is every step leave a mark, no matter how small it is. In the market, this is very important because every little step that we do in the market, we can get in the long run big wins. That's important to know. That's important to understand it. The market take time, and the market can lead us to get wins and wins and wins. And just to put this in perspective, I had this little table here. you know this little table is just thinking that you started with $5,000. You think, and you win every day. Use the 0.6%. 0.6%. What is means 0.6% for this $5,000? It means just $30. You win, you bet this day, and you win $30. And you bet tomorrow, and you win 0.6%. And you bet the next day, and you win 0.6% of your total capital. In the end of the month, you win it 12.69%. In the end of the month, 12.69%. And in the end of the month, you finishes with $5,651, just winning 0.6% of your total capital every day. Every little steps go forward. Every little thing means something. But most important of this, the first 30 days, you started with this money, 56.51. Good. In 1 year, July to July, in July to July, just winning this 0.6% every day, July to July, you have now in your trading account $24,000. That is means the little steps of the market. When you becoming mastering on this and you thinking on winning this, using $24, you in 24 in 12 months, if you started with $5,000, you winning with 12.7. You ending with $24,000. Wow! Just winning this little every day, every little step, uh, counting, because in the market there is something that is called compounding. You compound every day, compound every day, compound every day, compound every day, and you can finish like this, just winning 0.6% of the market. That's amazing, and that's good to understand. Every little step mattered in the market, and we not try to do it the big wins. We try to be consistent, focus, little wins, little wins, little wins, little wins. In 24 months, we had all that money. And just thinking 24 another year is go forward with more compounding. Okay, just thinking on that. That's important to be on the market. Now, of course, the big announces on this week was the CPI, the inflation data, and that what was doing in the last week. So if we see the inflation data, we have it that it was better, month by month, it was better. This was expected, and we had less inflation. This was expected, and this was less inflation. It was expected and was deflation, not inflation. We had deflation. That's the reason that the market pulled back, because we had a deflation. And but is not good. Yes, it's good to have that deflation to the consumers, but it's not good to have the deflation to the builders, because the builders means that they had to go under the growing of the company. That's can going versus, because it's gonna be under. That means that the economy start to slow down. Is the economy slow down too much? That means that the rate is the cut of the rate of the inflation is going to be harder. It is going to be harder because something in the economy broke. Get a deflation is not necessary. Get a good symptom. Is can be via a massive, because that means that the economy something is not working good. So, but also the Friday we had the PPI. But the PPI is coming worse. So the inflation for the consumer point, it was better, but the inflation for the product, the people who produce, is coming worse. It was expected 0.1, is coming this one. It was expected 0.2, is coming 0.4 in the core. That's not good. Now, what it does means? Yes, it's coming less. This is the percentage of the PPE. All the items is coming low. The monthly month over month is coming low. We can say that this is good, but this means that it is a deflation. It's coming in everything, and it's coming also in food. So the points of the deflation is coming like that. But in the percentage on food and beverage, and is coming up. So it's coming better in general. Retails, home builders, gas, etc. Retails is coming better, but it's not coming very good to the food. The food actually is going up. We had to be careful about that. The food at home is going up. The food and beverage is going up, and food at Wales home is going up. Go to the restaurant is coming more and more expensive. That's not good. So, is real the inflation start to coming down? It start to come in deflation. Everything start to be cheaper and cheaper. That means that something is not good. That means that something is to start to break in the general economy. So we have to start to thinking in the curve rates now more than over. Is the Fed the perspective right now in the cut rate is not going to happen in July. July is still very high percentage. That is not going to happen, the cut rate, but maybe on September we're going to have a cut rate. And you can see here, maybe on September, but most important, it looks like the probabilities is they want to right now start to increase to get 3 cut rates this year. That's not very good, because that it means that we start to think into cut rates faster than we think, because this announces of the deflation, and being faster than we think, that means that maybe something is broken in the economy, and that's the reason that it's not good. But what happened is we cut the start. We can see this on this graph. In all the years it start to cut, we had the years that we had the recessions, and with the years that we don't have recessions is more the years that we have recession. But after the first cut, it looks like it's going up, and at some point it start to break down. But in others, it start to break down right away. So the 207, we had a recession. The 201, we had a recession. When they start to cut they need to cut they need to cut they need to cut the rates on the inflation. So we can see that the stats start to come in not very good. Let's see what's happened. It doesn't mean that that's going to happen here, but we're going to know after the first cut, in their cut on September, we're going to know what's going to happen on the next 12 months. Is we going to recession or not, after the first rate cuts, Now, what is going on in the market, versus the SPY 500? We can see the consumer discretionary technology, what others communication service start to move it down related to the SPY 500. It start to going down. That can be good, that they cannot be good. But the ones who is doing good is utility, energy, consumer staple, and healthcare. And actually everything what is related to the EWM it looks like doing good. Everything that is related to the EWM. And we can see, not consumer staples, and we can see that in the graphs. Let's go to see the graphs to this purpose. EWM in the week chart, we see it that this start to jump over and looks like everything is going good, is going according, because it was breaking up over this resistance that we have here, it start to breaking up. Is this support and continue up? Now that is over the average 10, that is the 50 average on daily candles, because this is a week candle. Is this continue up? Is good, and now we can see in the RTS and the MACD and DMI and McLaren that the numbers start to looking for very good. Looks like everything start to coming good. Now, let's go to see this in the daily candles. I mentioned it before. I use in general two different strategies together. What is the one is the move it up and pull back, moving up and pull back. That's the rotation of the market. What is means rotation or movement of the market? Is means this. I use this movement like to trading. These movements like this to trading. I use this. There is some studies that understand that movement is kind of harmonic movements, and every ticket has the different movements, more or less harmonic. On these movements on the EWM, on these movements in the EWM, we can see the movement here, one movement that is related to here. We can see the next movement. Well, it's coming early. And now we are in the middle on the next movement here, the next oscillation. So it means that maybe this is going to continue up according to the movement, because we still have time to start to doing the movement down before going to the next movement. Looks like right now the EWM is going okay. The only problem is right now is a little far for the F5 average, median average. It looks like it's a little off of them, but if we see this on the Bollinger Bands, Bollingers, we can see that we start to get a little off of the Bollinger. So what is my expectation on this EWM? My expectation is maybe coming down go to this resistance, give it time to the median average 5 going up, give time to the median average 20 going up, and bouncing back and continue, because we have these indicators, this indicator, this indicator, and this indicator, that everything is loose going forward up. Is positive indicator. This is the RTS, this is a MACD, this is the DMI, 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 and this is the McLaren indicators. But look with this, I don't use these indicators to trade. I don't use them to trade, to give me signals to trade. These four indicators, I use it only to tell me, is this movement is strong or is not strong. I use for that reason. The ones to I reason to trade or not trade, to give me information to trade or not trade. One is these movements, the oscillation of the market, and right now it is in the oscillation up. Maybe it's telling me that it's gonna continue up, maybe just a little bit, but it's gonna continue up until the next oscillation going down. And after this, we can see if we continue up or we continue down. That's the way that I trade. You know, right now it's a strong movement. It looks like it's gonna continue a strong movement, but let's see what the market is doing in the future. You know, it's coming here. This is like a bull flag. Let's see this bull flag is going to what position. If we use this, not a lot. If we use this, you know, my goal is almost on the goal, actually. Almost on the goal is using this. This is one of the strategies that I use it, you know, EWM, and the other strategy that I use it is using the Bollinger movements, you know. We can see on this Bollinger's movement that we are in the movement number 3. Number 3, and it wasn't end yet, this movement number 3. If we put the same here, you know, we are actually in the 100% according to this. Maybe we can go up or not. We are in the 100%, so we can think in that this can get a little retracement, and after that continue moving and up. But because we are in the movement number 3, this is the movement number 3. We always expecting 5 movements on the Bollinger Band. We always expect to find movement, but this is only the number 3. Let's see what's happened. But like I tell you, it's not only this happen on the EWM. We can start with industrial. What is pushing the EWM to going up? Industrial. Lose this movement here. Beauty. After they break this triangle, break up this triangle, maybe it's a continue up and lose what is the movements, the oscillation is coming back to this point. In some point, coming back to this point, and after here we can thinking that can continue up or can continue up down. Let's see what happened. And just is crossing up the average number 5 is crossing the average number 20, and this is a very good signal that this can come in strong. Is a strong here, is a strong here, a strong here. So industrial sector maybe, just maybe, is continue up, just a little far for here, is over the 55 average, maybe coming down a little bit to continue going up. Look, they had a 112 RTAs movements daily. EWM is have a 143. Remember that movement? We're gonna talk in a little bit later on. We have also this 158 on transportation. This movement is also they start to moving up, and just start the big movement. I still had to study a little more to understand better. It looks like it's very close the oscillations. You know, energy, well, energy is still fighting. We're not gonna see, but lose finance. Wow, finance just break this triangle going up, not that far for the 5 average, is continue up. This is very positive, 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 positive. Everything is positive, is continue up and go forward 107. Remember this 8 year. Everything it looks okay on also on finance. After they broke here, let's see the movement. It is continue up or not. Maybe a little retracement to the 5 average, waiting to the 20 average to pick them up. Let's see, crew. Look this one movement. Also breaking this resistance that is coming from a long, long time. It's just breaking up. Let's see if they get to the resistance a little far for the 5 average, but it's moving up positive, 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 positive. You know, this is not the regular mark or the regular that we always saw that is the technology. This is not technology. Look, healthcare, positive, 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 positive. Move it, use the 5 average, cruising up the 20 average. This maybe a little movement back, you know, and this oscillation, maybe a little movement back. Sit on the 5 average and continue up. Let's see what happened. Right now, this is the important resistance to continue going up. Look, this one, biotechnology, and look, what is the going the oscillation? This oscillation can coming down to here, and maybe way to the 5 average, way to the 20 average, touching some point here to continue going up. Positive, 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 positive. Everything is positive on this market. Oops, what I did. I close one of the. Okay, everything it looks positive on all this. You know, that's the important thing, and it's important to notice. It's important to see it. You know, we have the this is not very good. Also, gold. Look, the movement of gold. You know, it's continue going positive, positive, positive. I think I close. Let me add in indicator. I think I close the MACD. I think it was, yes, I closed that one. MACD. I will fix that later on. Positive, 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 silver. Loot retails, you know, real estate, loot retails breaking up. Positive here, positive, positive, positive. Everything is looks positive. Look, utilities breaking up, positive, positive, positive. And this, all this, not the stronger, not technology, all related to the EWM. We can see this movement. This is a very beautiful. Oh, actually, it's here. This is a very beautiful bull flag. Look, this bull flag. Very beautiful bull flag. Now, we can see in the oscillation movement, but also we can see here, you know, we mentioned it about this. Is breaking A, B. Let's see if C is going to where? Financials. Look, these financials. You know, it's still waiting to finish the movement. Is here. So it's still distance to go on the Bollinger Bands. Look, it's going very good. The same of CRE. CRE isn't in the number 3 band. That means that can start to going up, going a little less. Look, this one, healthcare sector. It can go to this point or it can go to this point. Let's see. It's going to where? Right now it's here. It's still on movement 3. Let's see if it is continue going up. It looks very good. The same of this one. You know, it looks like they want to try to cash the 161% on the volume on the bands, you know, it looks very good actually, you know, and we can see real estate. Real estate is doing the ABC. Oops, is doing the ABC. Let's see, is going to where, and utilities. Look, utilities is the ones who will lose like is wanna continue very good. This is the goal. It looks very good. He's here, but is the movement it looks very healthy and can continue go all the way to that point. But I mentioned it before. I don't trading on the actual with this ATR. I trading with more volatility. TNA, just to give you an idea, the ATR is 389. So in these 3 days, this is going 20% over. What is means 20% over? That if I put $1,000 3 days ago on the TNA, right now I had on my pocket $200 extra. That is means that, you know, on the TNA, and let's see the other ones. Industrial, that's 290. On these 3 days, 9%, almost 10%. Oil, well, not oil, got fast. Look, lose the bank fast. On these days, 3 or 4 of movement, almost 8%. Not very bad, not bad. Look the regional bank, 528 the ATR. On these 3 days, 32%. 32%. $300 for every $1,000 that we put. Cure. On these days, do 66. On these 3 days, they move it almost 10%. Or when they start the movement here, 12%. Pills, look this one. Pills is 389 ATR. On these 3 days, is moved 17%, almost 20%. When pills start to do the movement, look, 27%, almost 30%. Very good. This one, Labu, Biotech. These 3 days is moved 18% bad. When the movement start as the bouncing in the 200 average, 34%. That's Labu. Gold miners, these 3 days, it was only 14%. 40%. When the movement start, 44%, almost 50%, 45%. For every $1,000 I won $450. That's why the reason that I like it, high volatility tickets. That's the reason that I like it. Also utilities, you know, 367 the ATR. On these 3 days, almost 40%. But when they start the movement is 17, almost 20%. 10 days is not, it is not the technologic, but with this ATR is a very high level movement, you know, and I trading with this. I trading all with this real estate. Look, this movement is 354. 354, and they move it 18%. I trading with this high volatilities. I don't see this ticket. I see the regular ticket, and depends when they start to do a movement. I trading with this. It's a very good, right? And you can win a lot of money on these tickets, you know, a lot of money on this ticket, and not the regular ticket, and not the one that we are used to. But you can win a lot of money. It's not like technologic, of course. In one technologic, for example, TCLS is 454. Of course, when they move it from here to here, is 20% in 10 days because the volatility is a little higher, but it's a very good to take these tickets and take it and use it to doing to see the market how it's coming better. Now we see that right now the ones who is moved very good to the highs is the one related to the IWM. It's good to notice, and we can see here. This is very interesting. Look, the small caps is moved 44.2% versus the middle caps and the large cap. The ones who is moving right now very good is the small caps. That's interesting. Now, on the last also days, on the last 3 months, look, utilities. Of course, technology is always going to move more, but look, utilities in the last 3 months. Looks in the last 6 months. Looks financials in the last 12 months. The ones that you've seen here, financials, the one that you've seen that is not going to move good, is moved actually very good the last few months. And the advanced claims in the last week, look, utilities is doing very good. Look, real estate doing very good. Industrial, financials, energy, cycles, material basic is the ones who is moved very good, and it's good to know because that's the one that we can take it to continue winning in the market. Not only the technology gives me a lot of money, I can get a lot of money for not technology. Now, this is important to notice. The volatility is going to start coming high in the last month because we are in the election year. It's going to continue going up. Let's see what's happened on the volatility. Right now is here. Between July and August, the volatility is going to start to doing moving and up. Let's waiting to see what's going to happen. Just don't scare if the volatility start to coming high because we're in an election year. Right now, July, it looks very good. This is the season of the SPY 500. This is the season. Let's take it how it's coming. Right now in election years, normally it's coming a little flat, but also is the best month, July, to the Qs and to the SPY. This is a projection. On the election years is coming up until the 17th, and after the 17th is come flat. Right now it's like this. The Russell, look, is doing very good. Let's see what happened. This is the CPI projection. We hope that it's not bouncing back. Less is expected that it's going down on the CPI projection. And we start in the earnings seasons. That is important to know that we're going to start on this. It was the kickoff the last Friday. This week is not the more important week on earnings, but it's very important in the earnings season. We're going to have all these tickets that gonna doing the financial is the biggest one, 23 financials. So let's watch what is doing the financials. Communications is not that very good. Industrial is good. And why is communication? Because there are some on communication that can move it very, very good. The technology actually is not that many. Healthcare's is not that many. So the biggest one, Apple, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Apple, that's the size of these companies right now on billions, the values, and they are doing very good on earnings. Watch this. How it's going to do it on these earnings seasons. Watch these numbers. We had to be clear that now that the earnings season is going to start it on the companies, let's see how it's doing. But right now, it's not doing very good. Before this earnings season, is not doing very good. The Microsoft actually is moving down, and now the average 5 is moving down, and maybe it's gonna touch the average 20. Right now, it's holding there on the average 20. It not looks very good here. It not looks very good here. It not look very good here. So we had to wait on Microsoft, and they coming down on this support. This is the support important. Is this coming and after here bouncing up, that's good. But it is breaking down, it's gonna try to touch the 55 average. Let's see what happened. Or maybe it's bouncing in the 20 and it's continuing up. We don't know, but right now they start to get very strong to the down, very, very strong to the down. We had to be careful on the Microsoft, but this is our important support. It is breaking down this support. Maybe the market is going to continue down. Apple, in the other hand, is holding over the average 5, almost getting this point. That's my goal on this bull flag. That's my goal. But we had to wait to not going down over this support. This is the resistance. This is the support on Microsoft. It is continue going down. Right now, it's over the 5. It is continue going down. Let's see it not touch the 20 average, and after that bouncing back, or let's see. But this is the support, important support and important resistance. It is going up of this. That means that it's going to continue down. It is going and get to this support, and let's see, and not continue down. Right now, Apple is in all the indicators, it don't tell me nothing. So we had to wait on Apple. In that, nothing clear. NVIDIA and the overhang is down, is under the 5 average. Is moving down. This one is moving down. This one is moving down. This one. It not looks very good on NVIDIA, but right now it's in this triangle. The triangles can cut for the up or for the down. The important thing here is they break under the 20 average and they break under this. We have to not expect that going under this support. This is the important support, giving time to the 55 average to coming down back. Remember what I mentioned about the oscillations. Is this oscillation coming down, coming down, coming down? This means that this up, it was a fake up. It's gonna try to go all the way down to this oscillation point, maybe, or can go all this on the sides, maybe. Let's see, because this is the oscillation points, Let's see what happened on EWM. We expected not going under this point. That's the expectation. Let's see what happened. Amazon, in the other hand, we had Amazon also moving down to the 20 average. It not had to pass this support. In this path, this support is going to try to visit the 55 average in some point here. It is bouncing back. Let's see, it's going up, this resistance going up. Let's see what happened. Amazon, Google also is going down. We had to expect the same that the other ones. Meta is already under the 20 average, and the 20 average start to going down. That's good. The only that we had to wait is to bounce it on the 55 average on some point here and going down. But if this continue and going down, well, this is my next resistance, my next support. Let's see what happened. It now looks very good. Meta and Tesla right now is in the up, but it's under the 5 average. And in all the indicators, is nothing very clear. The only good thing is we are in these oscillation points. Let's see, it is bouncing up or bouncing back. Now you can think it, but Tesla had a very good RTR. Meta, not kind of good. Google, so, etc., etc., etc. I have high volatility trading going versus this. Microsoft, this one is going versus, which is means if Microsoft continue going down, this continue going up. Not very good tier, but well, this is also versus. Is Apple continue down, this going up. NVIDIA, this is very good. This is 10. This is a lot. Is NVIDIA continue going down? This is gonna continue going up. And how much they can going up? Well, the next support is here, and there is 23%. You know, the next support is here on NVIDIA. Wow, that can happen. Maybe, maybe not. 23%. It's not very bad. Also on this Amazon, 194, then it is Amazon continue down, this going up. On Tesla, you know, going up. Okay, this is 16%. The next support is around, actually it's around here, 106. Is Tesla continue down? This looks very good, you know, looks very good, but this is versus. We kept also on these tickets on favor, and they recover. I take in this one. This can go from here to here, 9%, 10%. The ones on Apple, 385. Just all this time that is continue up, 25%. Lose this one on NVIDIA, 828. You know, from here to here is almost 30% using 10 days. You know, Amazon, this is the high volatility on Amazon. Look how can go Facebook. This is very good. I like actually this one a lot, you know, because they can go just to here, 20%. On the one of Tesla, use this volatility going from here to here, 104%. That's very good. You know, that the high levels, high volatility tickets, you know. Now, let's continue here. Next week is earnings. The one that I expected, yes, we had Netflix here, but the one I expected is Taiwan Semiconductors, because depends what Taiwan Semiconductors do, the market is going to move, because that's the lead of the semiconductors, and this company is the lead of the semiconductors, and depends what they're doing, we can continue up or down. This one right now is just a little over the 5 average, lose a little over. Is this going down? This resistance, this support is going to try to visit the average 25 around this point. Let's see what happened. But it's important to this. If this continue up, probably all the market and all semiconductors going to continue up. Let's wait to see what doing this one. We can see on technology, SOE, all these are under the 5 average. We had to wait to see what they are gonna doing, you know. Of course, the big volatility is on Taiwan Semiconductors and Netflix. And now let's see the SPY. SPY, yes, it is a very long tail to the up, but still nothing is telling me that it's gonna continue down. We still over the 5 average. It's still over this, the 5 average. Just a little bit. So we still had to wait. If they move it to this support, we are waiting that it's gonna bounce it in the 20 average, and after that continue up, or on this 5 average continue up. Let's see. We still have my goal here, and I still have my second goal here. We can expect it that going up or going down, but it is breaking down under this resistance. We had to check the net resistance that is on this point, and maybe can up or down. Let's see what happened this week. But in the movement of the oscillation, we are in the up movement. Is this breakdown? If this breakdown, this oscillation does mean that this movement is fake. So it's gonna continue down to the end of the oscillation. You know, let's see what happened. We are right now is in the critical part. In this continue down, is this bouncing here? We are expecting to going up to the end of the oscillation that is in some point here. And after that, let's see what happened. That's the movement of oscillation. So that's why it's critical. Right now, we can know if this movement is fake or not. It's nothing that is advised me that is not a fake movement. It's still very good, but we still had to wait. This is the important support. This is the important resistance. Let's waiting. The same we can say on the Qs. On the Qs, the bad thing about the Qs is under the 5 average. That's not bueno. That means that it's nothing clear what it wanna do. The same, if this is going under this support that is gonna meet the 20 average in some point, is going under this support, probably they're gonna visit this support, and that's not very good because that means that this rally is fake. So it's gonna start to go into the end of the oscillation here, maybe, or maybe just bouncing back to go to my first goal, go to my second goal. We had to waiting to go over, well, first over the 5 average. Right now, it looks like it's going in this movement, a lateral movement. We waiting to see that on the Qs, because depends what the Qs do is that what technological is do that is under the 5 average of semiconductors. That's why Taiwan Semiconductor is very important the next week. And to communication, that is not look very good. Is very important what Netflix is gonna do the next week to see, but communication it looks like is going down. Right now it's strong to going down. Let's waiting to bounce it in the 20 average and going down up again. It's gonna be a very interesting week. It's a very deciding week. What's gonna happen on the second half on these oscillations, and that's important to know. So, to here is everything. I hope you like it. Put like if you want it. I love you. See you and bye.